Let me. That might make it a little bit better, I don't know. Or to be fair, we might just have to move the angle of the dangle again. Let's move the angle of the dangle because of the sunlight there. Welcome back to another stream. We're back, believe it or not, we're back with more gig announcements. And they just keep coming and coming. First one was actually a new date that it was kind of something that I didn't necessarily forget about, but I actually thought it was in July and not actually June. And then I kind of got like a confirmation message this morning to say, was I still down for doing it, and that it was actually going to be this month. So obviously, this one's going to be very exciting, and we'll talk about it in just a moment. The second one is a date that I've been talking about on streams for quite about a week and a half or so now. I've been talking about the second, and I said there was quite a big booking coming on the 2nd of July, and I'm going to be talking more about that a little bit later on. So this one in June, first off. On the 24th of June, which is the day before the 25th, it's the day before I'm in Mexborough for Glow With It, I'm joining this month's Associates down at the Adelphia Club in Hull. So I think it was either January or February. It was quite a while ago now. I think February. My good friend Lee filled in for a photographer who sadly couldn't make the night and do the pictures, and Lee was free. Lee came in and did the pictures, and basically the last Friday of every month they run a little event called the Residents Associates, where essentially there's a range of different DJs that all do short little sets just to showcase what they can do behind the decks. So as opposed of just going and necessarily playing a set, it's a little bit more about just sort of showing what you can do, what style you can play, and it just essentially it's not a competition as such, but it's almost like you've got 20 minutes to sort of wow people and do something and bring something different to the table. So each DJ is are supposedly meant to be quite different, going through a different range of obviously like styles of music, from like bass line to house to even ranging up to D&B. So it's quite a nice little event, and I had a really good time when I came down with Lee. I got like a free entry and got some free drinks, and there was talk from that night on of me doing the Residents Associates later on in the year. He was already booked up until about he knew that he was fully booked up until sort of around the April mark, and he told me to message him round the April mark. So essentially, the April sort of time came, and I dropped him a message, and then we did sort of like confirm a little bit of a date. But for whatever reason, I thought it was towards the end of July, and I think that is what he originally said. So I think something has changed, and it's brought me forward to play at the end of June instead of the end of July, unless I have just got it wrong and it always was June. But it's going to be the 24th of June. I'm not sure what time I'm going to be playing. I know the night starts from 8 p.m. I won't be. I think it's 8 till midnight or something like that. It's not like one of these real sort of big late night raves, but it's going to be a little enjoyable night. So I'm looking forward to it, and it should be quite good. It should be enjoyable. But like I say, I don't know what time I'm playing. I could be first, second, third, fourth. And like I say, we all do about 20-minute sets each. So I'm just gonna sort of throw some bangers together and cram sort of like a decent little mix into probably about sort of 20 minutes kind of thing. I'm not too sure on the style yet. I've got a couple of little ideas. I don't want to go too hard because I don't think it's the type of genre, the type of sort of night to really, you know, say, oh, pull out a quick mixing hardcore set. I don't think it's that kind of style. You know, they'll like a bit of drum and bass, they like a bit of bass line and deep house, and you know, they like the big drops, but not like as such the hard of hardcore drops. You know, it's, you know, they like the big EDM drops and the big twisted bass line drops and the dubstep drops. So I've got a few ideas in mind. I've got a few like house remixes with some big drops in them that I'm thinking I might sort of maybe go along and, you know, play something like that. Might get them going. So that's going to be in about 2 weeks' time. I think it's going to be 2 weeks on Friday. So I'm looking forward to it. They always do it the last Friday of every month. And you know, that one I went to, it was a really just sort of good little positive, enjoyable night with everybody just having a good time. So I'm looking forward to it, and you know, it'll be a pleasure to obviously play it. And who knows, maybe I'll be back there again sometime in the future. I think people have returned and played there again later down the line. I think friend of mine, Lily Healy, played there just recently, but had also played there before in the past, you know, maybe a while ago or a couple of years ago, something like that. Obviously, we've had the COVIDs and the lockdowns and everything. So yeah, the second one, so the second gig is absolutely massive for me. It's belting. I've been so excited, I've been so buzzed to announce this one. And I only found out not that long ago that I was going to be doing the gig. It was my good friend Lee that kind of arranged and got the gig for me, and just sort of picked me up one day and said, you know, I've got you a booking with me on the 2nd of July, and you know, we're going to be doing this, that, and the other. And I was kind of like, whoa, really? Absolutely buzzed. So we may as well start off with a little bit of a backing story. So about a year ago, myself and Lee, we wrote a rap song called Knife Regrets, and it was over the ZZ instrumental, and we did a rap that was essentially tackling knife crime, encouraging people to sort of drop the knife. And we both sort of spat lyrics from like different sort of points of view. So my sort of rap in the song as such was kind of like asking the person who stabbed someone, sort of asking them like, you know, now you've done it, how do you feel? You know, how did you feel? You know, when you thought you was big and you was walking around with your hood up, and then how did you feel when, you know, when you brought somebody, you know, some kid's blood up? Do you know what I mean? So you know, that was quite good. And then Lee's sort of point of view was kind of a little bit more about like, you know, bit, you know, you're in the prison, you know, that kind of thing. You know, and why did you make the choice, and that kind of thing, you know. And it just has a really sort of different message. It's not as such just rhyming and saying drop the knife and value life. It's almost like we're telling a little bit of a story about a guy who stabbed somebody, and now he's paying the consequences for it. So we put this track out, and it did quite well. You know, we had a few people share it around, and it did quite well. And then not long after, we continued sharing it about, and it got picked up by a knife campaign organisation, and they just liked the track, they loved it, they gave it a little share for us, and just helped with the awareness. So fast forward to this year, myself and the Layman, we have been asked to perform that track along with some of our other positive tunes live at a festival down in Kettering. So yes, we are actually joining Schrompfest 2022 on the 2nd of July, and myself and the Layman, we're going to be live on stage, and we're going to be performing some of our Layman production tracks. So we're going to be performing the knife track, we're going to be performing some of our positive reggae tunes, and it's just going to be an absolute buzz to do it. It's going to be on an outdoor stage. And there's going to be quite a few things going off at the festival as well. There's going to be sort of like hip hop, there's going to be jungle, there's going to be break beats, there's going to be hardcore, drum and bass. So there's going to be a little bit of everything. So there's going to be DJs, there's going to be MCs, PAs, and it's just going to essentially, this festival, it just basically is all outdoors. It goes across a few different stages. There's going to be food and drink and everything, and it's just going to be like a really, really good day. And it's like a free to get in festival as well. It's just a free, positive, sharing messages, helping for campaigns, knife crime and stuff like that. So I'm really honoured and really buzzed, to be involved and perform at this festival, and do some of our positive tunes as well, because we always like to promote positivity, send a good message. We always like our like rap tunes and our sort of like positive reggae tunes. They're all sort of about living the good life, and reminding people that whatever's going on in your life, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You can feel good and you can feel fine again, despite if you've got things going on. And you can live the good life, and you can wake up every day without stress and worry. If you do things in a certain way, and you've got the right vibrations, and you just genuinely want to better yourself, to live the better life. And obviously, if you do want to live the better life, there is, you can get help obviously, but at the end of the day, it has got to be you. You have got to want to live that better life, and you have got to make changes. If there is things that are making you stressed out, or you're not living the good life because of certain things, you've got to try and alter that. So you are living the good life, and it's just a reminder that the problems, they're not that bad. There's always a solution. Or if you have got a problem, there's probably somebody out there that has a way worse problem than you. There's always a solution. If you've got bad things in life, instead of necessarily thinking I've got this problem, that's it, it's the end. Fix the bad things. So we're really honoured and buzzed to be performing at this festival. It's just something that has absolutely blown me away. I've never performed at a festival before. Live PA, live PA on the mic and stuff with the layman. It's going to be an absolute honour. It's going to be an absolute buzz, and that's going to be taking place on the 2nd of July. So, it's going to, we're coming into that summer weather, so it's going to be that nice outdoor vibe. And like I said, there's going to be hardcore, jungle, drum and bass, D&B, hip hop. There's going to be all different things happening throughout the day at this festival. It's quite a fair drive as well. I think it's about a 4-hour drive for us, but it's going to be well worth it. We're going to be, performing live on stage. We're going to be checking out other parts of the festival as well. There's going to be like, the man like Easy P. There's going to be DJ Scar. There's going to be Steve Theobald, DJ Deluxe doing all their things that they do. Scar Digital. All the breakbeat, hardcore and stuff, and everything that everyone's sort of smashing out at the moment. Easy Vibe, probably be playing his own productions and things like that, which will be a really good thing to see. So I'm absolutely buzzed. It's going to be absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. I'm so honoured to be a part of this and be involved, and to smash up this festival. I'm so honoured to be part of the Residents Associates as well. Everything is just, the gigs keep coming in at the moment, and it's all about pushing yourself, and it's all about, getting your name out there so you can get to that better stage in life. Good things that just keep coming music wise. It's very happy and positive. We've got the Jubilee Jamboree this weekend with the band, and then we're over in Scunthorpe for Public Domain. So that'll be a nice weekend, supporting the Bounce to Your Drop lads. The following weekend is actually a free weekend for me at the moment. Unless I go anywhere with Lee, which I probably will be going somewhere with Lee. If not, it might just be a little visit to my nan's again. And then obviously the week after will be the Residents Associates. It will be Glow with it. The week after that will be at the festival, and then we've got like Wizards of the Core coming up, and then we're gonna start heading into before you know it, then we'll be heading into like August and then September, and then before you know it, things are things will keep happening. So it's really good. I just want to thank everybody that has been supporting me as of recently. It feels like I'm just making announcements after announcements. Things coming up, dates happening. And there's still some things in the pipeline that are unannounced as well. I've still got an unannounced booking that is going to possibly be around the August, September time. So I'm looking forward to that. It should hopefully be a really, really good day. Once I'm able to announce that one, I've got something big for the 10th of September to announce as well, which I'll be announcing that hopefully later this week, if not, well, towards the weekend, maybe into next week. I think there was on about announcing it so sort of sometime soon, but I don't want to give sort of like anything away. But it's going to be absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. And who's to think, that things are just, going the way they're going. So all I can say is keep keeping an eye out for more announcements. Hopefully I'll see some of you at these little gigs and festivals and places that I'm playing at. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share. We'll see you all next time. Take it easy, people. Boom.